Hey,
Hi. It's
how's it
only
going?
been 1 week and we
Yeah,
released this is the second episode.
yeah, let's talk about it. Listen, we're in week 2 of quarantine. We should come up with I should make a little quarantine, like, musical stinger. It's just like, it's a very special episode. Craigsistential Crisis in quarantine. Do-do-do-do. Say that
And
3
it's
times fast.
I thought the sting was gonna be like a wheeze. Like a
So
sorry,
much to
is that
talk
too
about.
soon? I'm sorry.
No, not at all too soon. How,
I
how, uh, how are you handling the teen, as the cool kids are calling it?
the teen, it's going pretty well, I would say. I've haven't gone super crazy yet. I mean, it does help that I like live with my best friend.
Yeah.
And she actually is not in the house tonight because she
Is
has
hanging out
had
with a bunch of people at a
yeah,
beach.
she's at a beach getting all of the
Yeah.
rural community sick. No, she's at her boyfriend's house. He like stayed with us last weekend, so that he's the only person and he doesn't see anyone else. So like his end of contact, like literally the only person he sees is Paige. And so if she were to take that away from him, he might die. So
Yeah.
yeah, so she's at his house tonight, which I thought would be sad and lonely, but instead, because I've been constantly in contact with my best friend for the past 8 days, it's amazing having the house to myself. I like ran around the whole house by myself and like danced and yelled, and I like did like a very embarrassing workout video that I would have felt very self-conscious about doing in front of her because it was kind of hokey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's been all right. How have you been?
I've been good. I do feel like I am also one of those people who hasn't gone stir crazy yet, which is the phrase that is getting new life this week. But yeah, I feel kind of like a jerk because I feel like I know a lot of people who are just going out of their minds having to stay inside, and I'm like, I could do this a little more.
Yeah,
I'm caught up on some TV.
yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. Like, I don't know, we're both extremely busy people, I feel, and like having nowhere to be every day has been like in some ways really nice. Like, I think if I don't think about it too hard, like if I don't think about how I am kind of trapped, it's actually quite nice. And like, I don't know. And also, we have a platform. We just want to say, if you are not a grocery store worker, an essential worker, if you're not a healthcare worker, don't be seeing anybody right now. I just feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people are really blasé about it right now and are like, oh, social distancing means I just don't go to public places, but I can still go hang out with my friends. And it's like, no, you
Right.
can't.
No,
You can't.
absolutely not. It's
Yeah.
been the worst thing about quarantine has been, for some reason, there is construction happening actively in the like apartment across the way from us, and they should not be doing any of that right now. But
Are they 6 feet apart from each other?
absolutely not. I mean, it's impossible to be 6 feet apart. We also are right next to our neighbor who is older and uh, often has his like door open. He has like a screen for his door that opens and closes. But like, I don't know. I think he's also being really kind of blasé about it and being like, I was just at the doctor's and they gave me a bunch of, antibacterial medicine. So you can have lunch with me. It's cool. I'm like, no, you
Wait,
can't.
have you had lunch with your elderly neighbor?
I haven't, no. But,
But I mean, in the past, have you ever?
no, no.
Is
He
this.
hasn't asked.
Oh, he hasn't
But,
asked you to lunch?
but I think,
I'm sorry,
should I be
who did he
jealous?
ask to lunch? I'm
He was asking
confused.
the construction dudes to lunch.
Oh, that is
And-
kind of upsetting because, like,
Yeah.
they're only there for like a week. Like, you guys live there all the time.
Yeah. What up with that? No, I think, listen, he asked me to go to the dispensary for him the other day. Like, we're going to get there.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, sometimes you're barking up the wrong friendship tree, and if he hasn't asked you to lunch already, maybe he's not. It's just like that film that I watched the other day
just
with
not that
Justin
into you.
Long. Yep, Justin Long and Drew Barrymore. Or not Drew Barrymore. Oh, she is in it though, but it's Jennifer Goodwin who's
Right.
the lovable main character.
You know what? I will be heard about that later. But right now, I care too much about him. Oh, God, it's already started.
Wow, you care so much about him.
I care so much. Here's another slice of life from the
Hit
team.
me.
And a good contrast here. I went to 2 grocery stores today. I went
Ooh.
to Fred Meyer's and I went to Trader Joe's. When I went to Fred Meyer's, just kind of felt like a madhouse. Instantly too many cars in the parking lot. No one's doing anything. I just feel like there's a greeter at the door who is just 2 feet away from the door and is just there, and for no reason.
They should be
They
6
weren't
feet
doing
away
anything.
from the door. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And they had no reason to be standing in that doorway, as far as I could tell, unless they were like trying to keep people out. But they weren't. I just walked in, and I think 70% of people were trying to stay their distance, and I saw people wearing gloves. I saw some people wearing masks. I saw 2 people having a conversation 6 feet apart, and that was.
I literally thought you said, yeah, I saw 2 people having sex in the aisles, and I was like, it is truly the ends of days.
Just raw dogging it.
Stop.
Okay. But 70% of people were trying, and then there's the other 30% of people who just are acting like nothing's changed and are just.
It's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I do have to say, I think that if all of my friends were not taking it as seriously, I would have a hard time. So I have to wonder if it's like a social circle thing. Like if your social circle just somebody, like really strongly decides that this isn't a real thing, everyone else just kind of goes along with it. Because I feel like if I saw like you guys, like if I saw you and Elaine and Robin hanging out like outside and having a good time, I'd be like, do I have to social distance or can I hang?
You're right. Yeah, I think that there's some truth in that. I think you are going to be influenced by the people you are around, and if other people. It also depends on where you're getting your information too. But if other people are telling you not to worry about it, I'm sure you're gonna not. But there was that. There was Fred Meyer's, and then there was Trader Joe's, which is why I was a little late to this podcast because there's a line for TJ's, and the spots in line are marked on the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is like a club. So all the lines are, 6 feet apart and chalk on the ground. And they had someone at the door who was basically like waiting for people to exit the store before other people enter the store. And
it is literally a club.
It's literally a club. And then
Wow.
we're there and we got our stuff, and they are using every other checkout lane. And it's just really well handled. And it's just so funny because it's like literally like I'm waiting in line to go grocery shopping. There's a bouncer at the door who the line stopped right at Elena and I, and we're just like, hey, we just gotta wait. And I was like, pretend we're at Disneyland. We're just waiting to get on.
Play a little
Splash
heads
Mountain.
up in line,
Yeah. But it's such a totally different experience, and that was that felt good. That felt like the right way to do it. Shame on you, Freddy's.
Okay, I'm sorry that not everyone can be the boutique that is Club TJ. But sometimes us plebeians have to go to Freddy's, okay?
I did have to because I needed to get Benadryl for my dog.
Classic dog parent problems.
Okay. What other entertainment have you been enjoying during the teen?
I've just been watching like a lot of Project Runway, if we're being honest. Like
Nice.
I blew through 2 seasons of Project Runway in the past 9 days. Today is my 9th day of self-isolation. I don't know if everyone else started earlier or later, but I feel like today is my 9th day, and that's a lot of Project Runaway.
Yeah, I think I'm about there too because we started on last Saturday or Sunday. So
Yeah.
yeah, we started the Netflix documentary series Tiger King, which I highly recommend. Wildest thrill ride of a documentary I've ever seen in my life. It just keeps one-upping itself. Like it starts
I love
crazy,
that.
and then it gets crazier and crazier with every moment. And it's just, I've been, from moment one, I was like, I really can't wait to see Documentary Now's take on this. Like they gotta parody this. This is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. And then the more I watch, the more I'm like, this is a whole season of Documentary Now content in one documentary.
That's what a good documentary series should be. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. I've been watching also McMillions on HBO, which is, I think,
Is that about
kind
McDonald's?
of on the opposite. It's about the McDonald's monopoly scandal.
Oh,
Basically,
okay. Yes, I've heard
Yeah.
about this. Yes.
Yeah, which is really interesting content, but they are, I don't know, for some reason they aren't able to keep me engaged with the way they are telling the story.
Well, that feels more like a deep dive, and the other one feels more like
right.
an acid trip, like
Yeah, this
one-upping.
Tiger King is for everyone. It's very accessible. You don't have to like documentaries. You just have to understand basic human social contracts, and here's this person who's going to break them all. And,
I love it. and
Yeah,
own a
highly
tiger in the
recommend
process.
that. Yeah, wild.
All right, well, we got our TV show recommendations out of the way.
There you go.
Is it time to, I guess, put on our big boy pants and get down to business?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, let's start the show.
My big boy pants have a zipper and a snap.
Mine are overalls.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking I wish you were mine, a man-seeking woman whose total is 589. I don't do this often. I'm not like other guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of Craigsistential crisis.
Sarah, did you freeze? Why aren't you laughing at me?
That last little grunt, you just like did a little tiny grunt at the end. You went,
Yeah.
but it was like really small. I just love those sounds. I just really love those sounds that kind of almost involuntarily come out of you.
Oh my God.
And are like so
So-
smbut I
Tiger
love
King.
it.
There's a scene with this. They're interviewing a guy in this documentary, and yeah, we haven't started the show yet. This is still going. But he takes a big puff of a vape right before he starts talking, and when he exhales, the sound that came along with it is just like this. It's just like, what? Why did that happen? It made me laugh so hard.
I love those little sounds. There's nothing I love more than a person getting up out of a chair and just letting out a little and like not even knowing that they did that. It's
Yeah.
just like that's music to my ears.
So good. All right, now let's start the show.
Okay.
Ooh, welcome to Craigsistential Crisis, a deep dive through the misconnection section of America's favorite list and a deeper dive into ourselves. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
And if you don't know, the misconnection section of Craigslist is like a place for personal ads about chance encounters that the writers of the ads didn't get a chance to act on, so they post them here in hopes of connecting. And I'll say again, why is this still a thing right now? Right at this moment in time, why is this a thing? Okay.
Because sometimes somebody gets into your mind and they don't get back out again, okay?
I guess so. The other way the
Coronavirus
show works...
does not kill love. I'm sorry, I just have to say it.
God, there's going to be exactly 3 great pieces of art about the coronavirus and quarantine. There's going to be a Broadway play about a newlywed couple that's going to get a divorce through this quarantine. There's going to be some romantic comedy about a couple that has to not touch each other. And then something else, I haven't figured it out. Maybe
There's a fan fiction. There's a
okay.
enemies to lovers fan fiction that will occur. And don't tell me
Okay.
that's not a great work of art because you don't know, okay?
Okay, I like that.
I'm sorry,
the
I'll
other
let
way
you
this
finish the
podcast
intro.
works- Thank you. We pull these misconnections from the internet, and then we share them with each other and cold read each other's selections. So we've never seen them before. You are seeing our initial responses right here, right now. And I'm going to start by sending one to Sarah via the airways. I should mention, we are recording from our homes again via Skype. Know what?
Because
I don't even mention the name.
Socially irresponsible bastards.
No, we are doing this the best, safest way, and we are staying home.
Okay. Duck chased you. You were on a walk to Safeway, solo, super chill and listening to something. I was on the front step of a medical office, deliberating safety and ethics. And then a duck chased you. It was the sweetest, funniest, goofiest thing I've seen in weeks. What sealed it was you turning back to laugh. Then you passed us again after shopping and felt like maybe we could have hung out in the stoop for a second, but you kept going and we kept debating. If this reaches the pedestrian who ran from a duck today, tell me what you were listening to. I'm just going to tell you from one person's perspective, the writer, this is a romantic comedy, but I'm going to tell you right now, from the other person's perspective, this was a straight up horror movie where this was about the bystander effect, where somebody just sat there and watched them be accosted by a duck, which are some of the most mean, evil creatures. I believe they are probably like 18th century French serial killers reincarnated into evil, mean little flat-footed animals.
Yeah, where do you stand on geese in comparison to ducks?
A goose once tried to drown me, so they're even worse.
Okay, so if ducks are serial killers, then a geese might be-
Genocidal. I'm talking
Oh.
genocidal level.
Hitlers.
Hitler.
Little
Those are the
Hitlers.
Hitlers. Yeah.
Okay.
Hitlers of the world. Have you seen a Canadian goose? They don't love God. They don't know a God. They know pain and death and fear, and that's all they know.
And that's why we named the worst alcohol after one of them.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, you picked this for a reason. You have feelings about it. Tell me about it.
Oh, I think it's just a great turn of events. It's just, can you imagine like seeing a cute person and just being like, oh, and then like just seeing them get chased by a duck, like after noticing.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of funny.
It'd be pretty great. And I feel like that would make me feel like they were suddenly so approachable. Like now we have something to talk about. Like,
Yeah, it's also like I feel like that's a real quick way of like stripping away some layers. Like I'm trying to think of the times that I've actually seen my friends or, like genuinely afraid. And it's like very, like I feel like that takes a long time into the relationship and like we go to like a haunted house or something. But I feel like once I've seen them, terrified, that's like a new level of our relationship. And this person just like skipped all that. Like they went straight to the most vulnerable that other person has ever felt. I might be reading a lot into this. Maybe not everyone is as afraid of ducks as I am, but
I wouldn't be afraid of a duck unless it started actively like trying to get me.
Which it sounds like in this case.
In this case, yeah. If I was just, passing a duck by a street, whatever. But if a duck is like running at me, like, yeah,
Could you
I'm gonna run
imagine?
away.
Could you imagine the slaps of those little feet?
Yeah, just it
Coming
starts
at
like whacking at you. Sharp little bills just like jabbing at you. Like, ah.
Clacking. Ugh, terrible. I also love that they're like people are still considering hanging out on stoops with other people. Don't do that. Don't hang out on that stoop.
Yeah, don't do that. I know
Stand
this
6
is...
feet away from each other and have some flirty banter, okay?
One of you sits on the stoop. The other person can fuck
Be
right
chased
off.
by a duck. Yeah.
Write their phone number in chalk, and yeah, that'll do.
They also said something that was interesting was they said, then you passed us again after shopping. Are they using the royal we here?
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't say who they were with.
Maybe they're a polyamorous couple looking to duck, you know what I'm saying?
Looking to duck. I was on the front step of a medical office deliberating safety and ethics.
That sounds heavy. They were like trying to decide who should live and who should die once this pandemic really breaks out, and then they were like, oh yeah, the person got chased by a duck.
Yeah. Whoa, wow, that's a nice way to break the tension of that moment for them, I'm sure.
Sure glad that snapped me out of my stupor.
I think
Boy.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to pull the plug on Mr. Erickson. I just, Miss Henry has, a kid that, oh my god, look across the street. Holy shit, that duck is chasing that person. Oh my god.
And that person
I
is
haven't laughed
really
so
hot.
hard.
That person is very hot also.
Oh man, wow. That was rich. Sorry, what were we? Oh yeah, I think we have to kill Mr. Erickson.
Well, I mean, sometimes even in our darkest moments, right? You
laugh.
have to find your person being chased by a duck,
I think that's the message we should all take from this. Is right now life feels a lot like standing on the front step of a medical office deliberating safety and ethics, and we just need to keep an eye out for that duck, for that rogue duck that's gonna make your day.
Keep an eye out for your local ducks.
Yeah,
you know
look
what I'm
for
saying?
the ducks. That's what Mr. Rogers used to say all the time. He said, whenever you're in a crisis, just look for the ducks.
Yeah, just look for the ducks. They're there. Their little feet are slapping on the ground.
Those ducks
1-800,
getting ready.
they are slapping.
I don't think that's a real phone number.
I have an ask for you.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you another misconnection. And this, I I need help. I need help deciphering this. This is, what we're in this for, is to decipher these codes. And this one I had nothing. So
Cool.
I'm gonna send that over to you. You're gonna read it blind, and then together, hopefully, we'll know what the actual fuck is being said.
All right, here we go. Debacles of Foxery. The inconvenient truths are that I'm not that gullible, and you're not that good of a liar. Wow, that comes to us from, it looks like just outside the border of Skyview High School.
We'll bleep that out just in case. No, we won't. But I have no idea where that is.
I knew a Skyview High School in my home state of Washington. I don't think it's that.
It could be. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't pull from that far. But I am so why are foxes involved?
Debacles of Foxery. What?
I also-
Okay. So
No, please finish.
no, I'm thinking that is like a. I don't know what the word is for it, but like we have substituted the words of the actual saying to say debacles of Foxery. So like, what's another word for debacles? What is another word for Foxery? How do we define Foxery?
Like a debacle is like an embarrassment, or like a big embarrassing event.
Yeah, like a embarrassment of Foxery. Foxes are stealthy. They're sneaky. They're
red. They're small.
They're red. They're red
They're
and
furry.
small.
Do you want me to say more things? I can say more things that foxes are.
Yeah, keep going.
They're mammals. They have little sharp noses. They do a cute thing where they jump straight up in the air and then pounce straight down, and it's very cute.
That is cute.
Sometimes they're not red, sometimes they're white, or sometimes they're brown. They have furry ears that are nice.
So an embarrassment of something sometimes brown.
Okay, so somebody the title and the embarrassment of something brown sounds like somebody shit their pants.
Yeah, this is a really nice way to put it. Thomas suffered some debacles of Foxery the other night, if you know what I'm saying.
And the inconvenient truth is that I'm not that gullible. I know you shit your pants, and you're not that good of a liar. So when you told me that smell was baking Brussels sprouts, I knew you were full of shit, literally.
Oh, this poor, I'm assuming, high school student has had their life ruined because
By
of
us.
the debacles of Foxery. And us. We're not helping.
We're not helping, but I also, I also would like to put forward that it could be the famous Greek name Debacles,
Oh shit, the philosopher.
the philosopher Debacles, who always said that famous philosophical phrase that you always say, right?
Right. Sorry, I do know this. So he was a famous debater, hence, that's where the term actually comes from.
Yes, Debacles.
And his famous phrase that he would always say to other philosophers, other greats, they would say something of note. They would make a point about something, and he would say, "Let me play devil's advocate here, then."
Debacles, may you burn in hell.
I have no idea what this. I mean, obviously, we don't have the whole story, but the title is the most confusing part. Debacles of Foxery.
Or Debacles.
What?
Or Debacles. I just want to keep that on the
Debacles.
table.
Or could be Debacles. We don't know. Debacles of Foxery. Debacles of Foxery. I'm going to say it again and again until it says other words. Like one of those puzzles. Debacles of Foxery. Debacles of Foxery. Debacles of Foxery.
I would also like to say that The Inconvenient Truths, that movie was, is that Al
Gore's documentary, yes.
Okay, I was really scared to say that out loud because I was sure I was going to be wrong.
Yes, The Inconvenient and Inconvenient Truth.
I mean, maybe this is a political statement about climate change and how some people still think that it's a thing you cannot believe in or believe in.
Yeah, so you're not that good of a liar, AOC, and your Green New Deal.
If we were really in a climate change, if it was global warming, why did it hail in Portland this afternoon?
Yes, riddle me this.
Can I do say that I went outside, so after I worked out, I was like, wow, that was really nice, except I wanted fresh air. That's really what I wanted in my life. And then I saw it had stopped hailing for just a second, so I sprinted outside. And then I was looking in the grass, and I was like, oh, look at all these tiny little mushrooms. And I went down to pick one, and it was just a handful of hail.
Ooh.
Foiled again.
Wild weather today.
You did. I also don't know.
Foxery. Sorry, go on.
I just wanted to update you because all I have to update you on is things that are happening around my house. I don't know if you saw my very famous Snapchat of a flat rat. Did you see Flat Rat? My new friend.
I don't remember seeing Flat Rat.
Flat Rat is a flat rat carcass that appeared suddenly behind my back doorstep.
Okay.
And he's a rat, but he's flat and he's dry. His name is Flat Rat, and he lives back there now, and I'm scared of him. And I have to walk past him to do my laundry, and I can see his weird little toes, and it makes me really uncomfortable.
Oh my god! Wow, wonderful.
Yeah, I just thought I'd update you. Like, that's all the exciting news I have in my life is I could tell you things that appeared outside of my house recently.
Yeah, no, I mean, all I got to update you on here is we bought some flowers, and most of them died. Some of them are still trucking. We just bought some new ones. We have a succulent that is doing okay. And I don't know, there's this other flower, a bulb in a vase, couldn't get it to work. I can't do flowers.
Don't you have to, like, stick a bunch of toothpicks in them and, like, suspend them above, like, torture them into living? Like, suspend them above water?
Yeah. That would be nice. It's in a vase that seems to basically do that. But,
apparently it doesn't do it that well.
It was growing it is curving to the left big time, and I was like, I don't know.
Okay, well, can I just, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, Talon.
I just think most people would prefer if it was, though.
A little curvature is normal, and that's okay, and it's nothing to be embarrassed of.
It's just a little inconvenient for me to try and,
Is it an inconvenient truth?
Inconvenient truth.
I'm
not that gullible.
Anyway, well, thank you for helping me decode that. I was really sent into a fluster by that one, and I feel like I know that person pooped their pants at high school.
That seems to be the most obvious choice, but again, Occam's razor, sometimes the most obvious solution is not the correct one.
Did anyone ever poop their pants at your high school?
Not that I was privy enough to know about. Probably, but no one told me anything.
That was a good joke also. You said privy, and that's a bathroom joke. That was good.
Soiled again.
Stop it. Okay. Now you're just milking the moment.
Yeah. I can't.
Don't, please.
I can't do anymore. This is, you know what, listener? If you have any possible ideas as to what this could mean, let us know.
Shoot us a message.
Let's do this one for our trying time.
You're just trying to make more chances for you to edit this because you have nothing better to do, right?
Anyway, my name's Torlin Borgenlin. Oh no! Gonna have to cut that out. Gee.
I hope that this is the most sound affected episode ever. Like, you just input random VFX wherever you want.
Yeah, I completely dub over my entire recording to make it sound even better. And I'm gonna have a lot of sound effects, a lot of whips and pans and whoosh and bing.
Ooh, yeah. And that's comedy, babes.
A lot of boom crashes, papas, a lot of merry-go-round broke down, a lot of shaving a haircut.
You know a lot of sound effects off the top of your head, and I don't like it. Okay.
Well, there you go. I sent you some free.
All right. Target today. You had on a mask, making your amazing eyes stand out even more. You were tall, maybe 5'11", legs for days. Let's meet up. I promise to stay 6 feet away. P.S. I'm a survival instructor, and I have masks, gloves, and tons of TP and baby wipes. Woo! I'm getting too aroused over here. I need to cool myself down.
Yeah, I do apologize to our audience for the sudden burst of arousal they are currently feeling.
Yeah, everyone tuck your boners back into your pants. Put your fat, juicy pussies back away.
Yep.
Just get handled, please.
So, yeah, I think this one was it really speaks to the current times we're in, and really this is the sexiest person I could imagine.
It truly is. I do have to ask though, what is a survival instructor?
Isn't that obvious?
No. Do they
okay.
teach, are they one of those people who teach toddlers how to swim when they fall in pools? Have you seen those videos of toddler babies swimming? It's insane. It's like all sorry. It's all these. So there's like this thing. It's like really a Southern California thing because obviously a lot of people have pools down there. But you get like a.
I'm gonna say it's also a white thing. Okay, go on.
Well, okay. It's anyone whose baby wants to survive in a pool thing. So it's like there's like a baby swim instructor and they teach like infants, like babies, how to like, if they fall in a pool, how to turn on their back so that they can float. It's nuts. It's like a nonverbal baby. They push a nonverbal baby into a pool and it knows to turn on its back and float. It's insane.
So why are we even paying these people? Seems like the babies already know what to do.
The babies have been instructed. The babies have been told how to do this.
The baby's not going to retain any of this knowledge.
The baby does. The baby, capital T, capital B, the baby. It does know, and it is instructed. It's nuts, because it's not even verbal yet, and yet it's learning how to float on its back. I swear to God, look this up.
I believe you. I know this is a thing, but it just seems like the instructor's just like, God, I hope this baby's instincts kick in, or I'm going to look real bad.
Well, they stand in the pool with the baby. It's not like they punt the baby into a pool and then are like, well.
Hey, you know babies can swim on their own. You got to teach them. Watch. Yeah, I just feel like maybe this person shouldn't be getting paid a whole lot for this service.
They're reworking the classic, if it's a witch, it floats. You know?
If I put a person in a burning building and they run out of it, I did nothing. I did nothing to earn this.
You did put a person in a burning building. So that would get you arrested.
Well, I assume it's like a controlled burn. It's like a training simulation that involves real fire, because obviously that's the only way that you're going to learn. Fake fire is not going to teach you anything.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I got very distracted thinking about baby swim classes.
Yes.
A survival instructor, do they like teach you like what plants you can eat?
Yeah, I was thinking like a scout master of sorts, but for adults.
Or they tell you to like make friends based on who would have the most nutritious value if they died and you had to eat them.
Yeah. Or who you can mate with that will provide you a spawn that has the most chances of being a success.
Oh, you know what? This survival instructor should really match up with that kissing instructor that we saw services advertised for in an earlier episode. And they could do a survival and repopulation class all in one.
I like it. Here's another question I have about this misconnection.
Tell me about it.
What exactly is the appeal of any part of the last sentence? I mean, survival instructor is one thing, but also I have mask gloves and tons of toilet paper and baby wipes. Like,
I will say,
okay, I would love those things, but
I mean, I will say if your butthole has been trained to only be appeased by the wet touch of a baby wipe, transitioning back into TP is really rough. I'm gonna say, as a child, I lived in a baby wipe household. And I did not know the world of wiping with my butt with TP until I went to college, and it was a chappy couple of weeks.
Hold on. Okay, so
I can't believe I'm sharing this on a podcast.
We're learning a lot
I'm glad.
today.
I'm so glad.
I'm really glad too. So you grew up using baby wipes.
Yeah, on my butt, obviously. If you
On
use
your
them
butt.
in the,
Yeah, on your butt.
Yeah, I mean, if you use them on the front, it's gonna like mess up the whole pH of your entire ecosystem.
No. We're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that.
So, at any point did your parents say this is maybe not like the most 100% normal thing, but it's a better thing? And obviously, like, there's nothing wrong with it. But did they at any point prepare you for that reality?
Well, does a rich baby who grows up in a bubble learn that the bubble is not normal until it goes out into the outside world? You know what I'm saying?
I guess not.
I mean, I had...
So really... What was
Sorry.
week 1 of college for? Like, when did the realization hit?
I'm telling you, it was chappy. It was chappy.
You didn't think to bring some with you?
It was a learning curve that I had to experience, along with a lot of other learning curves that all occurred at the same time. So, like, while it may have not been devastating on its own, in combination with other things, the fact that my butthole hurt all the time was, like, really overwhelming.
God. You know, this whole thing has me thinking, like, I know the toilet paper shortage has been a thing. Didn't even bother to check on the baby wipes. Did those go out also, or were they?
I have no idea. I've weaned myself off of them.
Okay, but now that the mics were off, like, come on, you still use them, right?
Well, as a luxury item, like if I
Once a week if I've been good as a treat.
you can have one baby wipe as a treat. Is what I tell my own butthole. Yes. Just a little treat for your body. It's fine. Yeah. Treat yourself.
Listen, I think I've done it once in my life. Visiting a friend's home who.
How did it feel?
Good. I think after that, there was definitely a period of time where I was like, I'd rather have that. That was a much better experience.
It's way better. And I also have to say that, like, for a year, like, ever since, like, when I first went to Europe, I wasn't sold on bidets. But then when I went to Egypt 2 summers ago, like in Egypt, they have, so there are different types of bidets. And the ones that they have in like Europe are the ones that are like attached to the toilet or like inside the toilet. And they're just like, you don't touch, like you just press a button and it like squirts you. And the ones they have in Egypt are like a little detachable like water gun thing. It looks like the thing that's in your, if you have a fancy sink, it's like the powerful dish sprayer thing. They have one of those attached next to the toilet. And that's your bidet because like all their pipes are old. And I was sold. And for years I have been like, I want a detachable hose bidet. And now I'm really regretting not getting one because it's luxurious. You feel cleaner than you've ever felt. People are worried about still feeling wet afterwards. It's not an issue.
That would be my worry. I'd be like, what is the splash radius on this
You just
thing?
do a little you do a little shake. You do a little shake and a shimmy. And then it dries up. You know what? You want to keep it a little wet anyways. You know, you don't want to dry as the desert, you know, area back to front. You know, you want a little moistness.
Great. Okay. I mean, that's something because listen, I've stepped in some dog mess and sprayed that off with a hose off of a shoe. And definitely there is a splash zone where I realized this is a bad idea.
I'm just going to ask you, is your butthole shaped like a shoe, Talon?
What if it is? I'm going to tell you that.
I just here to say the splash zone isn't very intense. You can control the water pressure. You can control the angle. It's like very powerful. You feel very powerful. You feel like a water bender. It's a dream.
Okay. Well, listen, you've sold me. I think we should start converting the Gen Pop to bidets.
I think that's what really needs to happen. And also it yes, it ups like water use, but it downs, like flushable wipes are a big problem. They cause a big issue. There's like those giant, I forget, there's like a technical term for like when a big iceberg of them forms in a sewer system and they have to hire people to go in there and like clean it out.
Here's the thing about the water use issue.
Tell me more.
I haven't seen anything about that since we've all been washing our hands for approximately 4 times the normal length everyone normally does wash their hands. No one's said anything about water levels, which tells me it's all a big hoax. There's plenty of water.
It's all a lie by Big Water to drive up water prices.
Debacles of Foxery. No, I think, obviously there are other things that cut down on water use, such as humans not existing in the world. So, yeah, I think it's a change we could still get behind.
Agreed. But we're pro bidet here.
Pro bidet.
Okay.
Pro bidet. Pro baby wipes.
Pro bidet. Did you have any final thoughts about your the survival instructor Dream Man?
Yeah. Again, if you have these things, that's great. We can't do anything. You're a stranger to me. In the, I'll gladly, like, if you want to give me some toilet paper or baby wipes, yeah, I'll put on some gloves. I'll take them from you. This isn't a good pickup line. This isn't gonna get anything. I don't know. I'm just confused about what this person wants. Like, listen, things are weird. Let me assure you, I have all the supplies that we need. So I guess it feels like, I don't know what hooking up is like now in this current moment in time. It feels very like a big decision, like a permanent choice. Like, if you're going to hook up with them, you might as well be quarantined with them.
Yeah, you're not allowed to hook up with people right now, I think is like the general
Unless it's
rule.
a forever love. Yeah.
Everyone's going to be so horny when this is over. It's going to be free in the streets. It's going to be nuts.
I don't know. A lot of governments are just recommending taking care of yourself. Like, hey, guess what?
Are you telling me my government wants me to flick the bean?
Yeah. Yeah. If you are, listen, we understand we're all human. You got these pent up feelings. Don't see another person about it. Just take care of yourself. It's a great way to not spread any contamination.
Oh my God. Is that what all those emails from those retailers have meant when they've said, take care of yourself? Yep. Oh my God.
Hi.
That email from Madewell makes so much more sense.
We want to show you that we are doing the best we can to handle the current COVID-19 situation. We are assuring you that all of our staff is taking care of themselves, and you should too. And that's the only way we're going to get through this. Together, but alone. Wink.
I actually, I work as a copywriter. For people that don't know that, I work as a copywriter for a major company. And I had to write like a weird, so much of working for a corporation is like, I feel like I'm working to put this weird flesh mask on a soulless, moralless, demonic body. And so I'm like trying to put this really friendly face on this thing that like does not give a flying fuck about anything other than your money, which is not to say that the company I work for is worse or better than any other company. It's just like what companies and corporations are. Like, they don't care about you as a person. Right. And like, it's just like a weird position to be in. I'm trying, like, I had to write basically an email that essentially was like, that was like, hey, we here at Beep care about your health and safety, and we respect you for social distancing and self-quarantining, and we're here to support you through this tough time. And it's like, okay, in what way? I don't know. It's just really, it's so weird. It's such a weird time to like be alive and like witnessing this weird capitalist faux concern. It's just so weird.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's faux concern, but I definitely respect the brands that do that a lot more than the ones that are just like, listen, we're just wide open for business. We're not changing a thing about how we live. You want your shit hand delivered, we're gonna come to you. All right, no mask, no gloves, none of that shit. Just take our products. Yeah, commercial whore.
I mean, that is essentially the message beneath the caring message, just so you know.
Right, but it looks a lot better with a bow on it.
And that's optics, baby. Wink.
And you put on the bow. Yeah, you got another one for me?
I do. All right, this is actually continue. I have a proposal for a series, and this will be that proposal, essentially.
Great. Okay, here we go. How's your pie? Troutdale Sherry's. I should have asked you out. It's a weird time. It just didn't feel appropriate. Anyways, get back to me if you read this. I'll just be hanging out with my pup, Kyle. All right.
Guess what the series is called?
It's called Who the Fuck Is This Sherry's Waitress?
Yeah, it's called Love at Sherry's.
Love at Sherry's.
It's like, who is this Sherry's waitress that makes everyone fall in love with her? It's just, I don't know what is going on in Sherry's, but there is something in that pie that makes everyone just ready for love.
Well, I think, I don't see how we can avoid, when this is all over, we're going to this Sherry's, and we will stay there as long as it takes.
To meet the most beautiful woman in the world who happens to work at Sherry's.
We will go at, when they open, and wait, do they even closed? Is it a 24-hour location? I don't know.
They might be. I think that they if they are not a 24-hour location, they do a really good job of giving that vibe off. Of just
Yeah.
like when you enter Sherry's, you are now in like the world of no time at all. Like
Yeah.
you
Okay.
look at the fucking clock and it's just like there's just gibberish on it.
It's just
like
a pie.
oh, it's flippity turbid o'clock, and you're like, okay, that symbol looks like a fish with a wig on it. I guess that's what time it is.
It's pie o'clock somewhere, is what it says on the.
Oh, you should write for copy for Sherry's.
Who says I don't?
And I have to say, Kyle, get in line. That's all.
Oh my god. Do you think Kyle even knows? Do you think Kyle's even aware?
Do you think Kyle knows that he's not only in a love triangle, but at this point, I would say a love octagon, perhaps?
Yeah. This waitress can have anyone she chooses. You are just one of an endless array of suitors, Kyle.
It's like the way a customer walks into Sherry's and has a wide array of pies to choose from to
That's
sate
right.
their hunger.
And now with our new Mega Monday deals, you can get one pie half off at any Sherry's location that is participating. Ask your waitress about Mega Mondays and see if you can get a pie to go. Sherry's. We know people. I don't know what their slogan is.
Their slogan is, we have the hottest woman in the world working for us. Come and find her.
This might be, do you think this could be just a crazy good, like, viral marketing campaign? Like,
Oh my, if it is, honestly, this is amazing on the level that like Blair Witch Project marketing was amazing. Like this
Yeah.
is true grassroots, like this is it. I applaud Sherry's if this is a viral marketing campaign.
just got to convince everyone that the hottest, most beautiful server in the world is at this Sherry's location. And you're going to go on any given day, there's going to be a line out the door, and everyone's going to ask if, you're going to go in, you're going to see some servers, you're not going to see the one you think you're looking for, and they're going to be like, when's the shift? When's the turnover? What other servers are working today? And that's your day. You got to make a day out of it if you want to catch this waitress, because...
And I will say, like, out of all the suitors, Kyle does have some good points going for him. Like, he says, I should have asked you out. It was a weird time. It didn't feel appropriate. Like, this is what we have been preaching all along is, like, do not hit on your food service workers because they are in a position where they literally have to be nice to you. Kyle was reading the room. He was like, I'm going to talk to her when she doesn't have to be nice to me. He also has a dog.
Yes. So, points.
So 2 points for
He's
Kyle.
in the lead. He's in the lead.
Kyle, you're our fave right now.
There's like 3 things I want to do. 1, you and I need to take a trip to Sherry's. Just scope it out. See what's up.
For pie.
Get some pie and just keep an eye out.
What pie would you
2,
get? Sorry, just tell me real quick. I'm curious.
Well, I'm not super familiar with Sherry's lineup, but I would assume they would have pretty much any pie you could ask for. So I'd like either a nice black bottom pecan pie. I think I like that the most because it's really less of a pie and more of a chocolate pastry masquerading as a pie. Also, could go for a banana cream. How about you?
Oh, I think right now I really want like a classic cherry pie, like a really good Oregon cherry pie.
Oregon cherry. Yeah, okay. I can get behind that. Oh, the cherries, no. Oregon cherry? Yes.
Put it in my mouth.
So, number 1, go to Sherry's, get some pie, see what's up. The second thing I want to do is I just want to reach out to Sherry's and just be like, hey, do you guys know about this massive following one of your servers has on the Craigslist, on misconnection section of Craigslist? Because I don't know who you got working there, but they should be aware of this. And I don't know if they are already like in a relationship or if that's something they're interested in, but it seems like they can have their pick of any of these people writing in to this. Like I just want to make sure they are aware of this and see where that goes. Maybe that's our next podcast. Can we just follow?
We call it
This
Finding
server?
Sherry's, and it's an investigative podcast about the most beautiful woman in the world who works at. We said we keep saying we want to be the next Serial, right? So this is our chance to break into investigative journalism and find the most beautiful woman in the world who works at Sherry's.
And I
Finding
think
Sherry's.
We would have to match all these people up and they'd all get a chance to have a date.
Yes.
And
yes.
we would set them up with recording devices, and then we would just, try and it's basically would turn into like a bachelorette competition, bachelorette, if you will. And yeah, I think that could work. The other thing I want to do is I think we need to create some sort of profile on every person who's written in to try and find this. Like, we need to find out more about these people and like create what we think they look like and what they're into, and figure out who's really the best choice here.
I was imagining a la Pokemon cards.
Yes, stats
With HP, all of
weaknesses, strengths, Pokemon type. Kyle's definitely a bug type, I think.
Oh, for sure. Kyle is 100% a bug type.
Yeah. This might be the longest thread of anything concerning a plot on this podcast. And
Yeah,
it is...
stay tuned for more Finding Love at Shari's, because I think that's gonna... I don't see this stopping anytime soon, unless Shari closes, which, to be honest, would be just devastating.
Or if she gets fired. Do you remember when Cracker Barrel fired someone and everyone on the internet got mad about it? Everyone on the internet got mad about it. The Cracker Barrel Facebook page was just full of comments demanding to know why X person's wife was fired.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
This was a thing. This is the thing. Someone's wife got fired from Shari's, and then I think the person's husband, Cracker Barrel, and I think the person's husband commented about it on the Cracker Barrel page, and people just picked up on it and were like, "Yeah, why'd you fire their wife, Cracker Barrel?" And it just blew up. And
I love that so much.
And I think this could be that. Like, I think if we can make the world aware that the most gorgeous person in the world exists, and she is a server at this very specific Shari's, who knows what could happen.
I will say that I've been to a Cracker Barrel, and I was not impressed.
I don't have
I
any
was
interest.
very excited to go to Cracker Barrel, and it was extremely disappointing.
What even do they have?
It's just like a lot of vegetables slathered in butter. It reminded me a lot of like dorm food.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was like lots of pastas. There was like some suspect looking, I think one of my friends got a suspect looking shrimp dish. There was a lot of mac and cheese. There was some grits. There was fried okra. It's like pseudo South mixed with like every college dorm ever.
Yeah. Nah, that's okay. I mean, there's definitely better Southern food out there.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, I'm sending you better than Cracker Barrel. You don't think that's true?
I'm kidding. I just wanted to get a rise out of
You
it.
don't think-
It worked.
Well, it worked. Good job. Okay, I send you what I think will be my final one for tonight. I don't know what I'm saving for the tail end of this episode, but there you go.
Sarah, why? Why did you have to lack compassion and empathy and react in such a cold and callous fashion? Very disappointing.
And I'm glad this person asked that, because I think we've all been wondering why from you. And I do think this is directed at you.
I've been hurt before,
That's no excuse.
and I am just trying to put up a front to not be hurt again. Is what I think the true and honest. That's why, I'm lacking compassion and empathy, and I'm reacting in a cold and callous fashion. This person obviously has a wide vocabulary, and maybe I was a little intimidated. And I just like to say I'm sorry for acting in such a cold and callous fashion. Lots of people have told me I'm cold and callous. That's probably the two most often used adjectives to describe me. So.
Okay. Well, listen, I agree with this person. It's very disappointing, and I'm sorry for the gotcha journalism here, but, I think people have been really wanting answers about your cold and callous fashion and the way you react with a lack of compassion, as you so do. So, do you think you've given a satisfying answer? Do you think we should just move on? Do you think that's enough? Do you think it'll ever be enough?
I think my punishment is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind is a prison that I can't escape from. And so, yes, I think that you should move on. And I think I have done more than enough penance, and I will always be doing penance.
Okay. Well, thank you for your honesty and your bravery.
Thank you.
And we're going to try and continue this work relationship as best as we can. And hopefully we don't have any more snafus like this.
Okay, and if you have any problems with me, please post them on Misconnections, because that's the only way I'll ever address them. Otherwise, do not talk to me in person about it. Only post about it in Misconnections.
I will. I will continue to do so, as I have done with this very misconnection.
I think I need a moment to gather myself. Could you outro the show?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. You take your time there. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to Craigsistential Crisis. If you like what you hear, please consider leaving a rating or a review in the Apple Podcast app. Not iTunes. Don't go to that. Not a thing anymore.
It
Apple
doesn't
Podcast
exist.
app. I just want to say, yeah, we got another one. I'm gonna have you read this one, Sarah, if you feel ready for it.
Did you say good thank you to everybody?
What? No, this is sorry. The feed did a weird audio thing where your voice just kind of got sucked into the matrix for a minute. This is just a review I think you should read.
Oh, we got a review?
Yeah, this one is from
This is really exciting.
Laxi. It's the top one there.
Okay, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to see it. And we were definitely prepared for this. So,
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Is this the one that's from Lexi?
Yes.
Okay. Easy, 5 stars. I found you two, your podcast, through Rosie's Instagram, and I'm eternally grateful. Y'all are so funny, and I actively find myself responding out loud to the podcast like you're in the room with me. I love it, and quite frankly, I love you. Thanks for the laughs. Lexi, you're so sweet. What an angel face. Well, thank you so much for being a listener, and we love you too. I think we
do love you.
All 3 of us are falling in love, and if the waitress from Shari's wants to get on this, I'm open to making it a quadruple.
Hell yeah. And honestly, I think we're better than these guys. I think we are. All 3 of us are better than any of these guys. So
Whomst? Oh,
you mean Laxi J?
Yeah, I meant better than these guys. And then I was like, oh, the men after the hottest waitress at Shari's. Got it.
Yeah, we're better than them. We're better than them.
3 heads are always better than 1.
Thank you so much for your 5-star review, Laxi. No, not saying anything. If you're not leaving a review that's 5 stars, that's fine. But 5-star reviews get read, so there's that. It also really helps us out, really helps other people find us. And I think in this time we're in, content like this is really helping people. I know it's helping me. I've been listening to podcasts, and it's important. So if you think there's someone who might be a little extra bored and could use a laugh, hopefully we're someone you find funny, and send us their way. And, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram or Twitter for some fun bonus content. We're always trying to post some behind-the-scenes stuff on there, or just the stuff that you can't see in this audio format. Will go there as well. And also, Rosie Sherman got a mention there. We also want to thank her for writing and performing our theme song. Week in, week out, she is there with her guitar to play us in and play us out. Check her out on Instagram. Her Instagram's HeyShermy, @HeyShermy. She also does a lot of cool doodles there, and she's a good artist in so many different disciplines. Couldn't remember the word for a second, but I got there. And lastly, if you have a misconnection of your own, a story you want to share, or something you want to send us from Craigslist, you can send it to us via email at craigcrypod@gmail.com. That's CRAIGCRIPod@gmail.com. Not .gov. Or you can send it to any of those aforementioned social media spots. Our next episode is going to be out in a week.
Woo!
And Sarah, do you have anything to plug?
Just flat rat.
Hey folks, this is Talon. I made that joke about not having anything to plug. Turns out we do have something to plug, and that is the latest episode of the podcast SuPodHeroes, hosted by Jack Martin and Alex Disney. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it a couple episodes back because we got to record an episode with them, Sarah and I, and that episode is now available. So we talk about the movie Hancock. We play a lot of games. It was a great, hilarious time, and Alex and Jack will make it on this podcast someday. whether it is from home or in person when this is all over. But they will be something to look forward to, but you can also get a taste of our collective synergy now on the latest episode of SuPodHeroes, wherever you get your podcast. Back to me, or Sarah. We have one more misconnection that I'm going to let Sarah read for you, and then we are going to piece the heck out of here.
Because we're very busy people with places to go.
Yep. And here are your parting thoughts. Sarah, when you get that, take it away.
Please save someone. Please save someone. Don't try to meet someone for a while. Surely can't be that hard. Email yes. Actually meet no.
I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
This has been Craigsistential
Craigsistential Crisis.
We'll see how in sync that is later.